Hey, we are live. My voice sounds like shit. Hi, everybody. I'm the guest tonight. I thought it would be a good idea to have a Q&A show. I've been getting a lot of questions DM'd to me or messaged to me through Facebook, and I figured, you know what, let me do a show, a Q&A. I did one a while back, but this time a lot of newcomers, and you can ask me your questions. And also towards the end, I will be doing a trivia contest, and the first person to answer the trivia question correctly will get this design. It is my one of my newest. I have 3 new pieces. This is one of them. It's called Team Free Will 2.0. So we've got, sorry. Okay, so we've got Sam, we've got Dean, we've got Cass, and we've got Jack. 2.0. Okay. So until y'all start putting questions in the chat room, I don't know what to do. Little Pop is here. I don't see your beautiful face, but I see your beautiful message in the chat window. And I'm talking to your beautiful face. Questions! I need questions! You don't want to hear me ramble. Trust me, it's not good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, while I'm waiting, is I'm going to go over, basically it was in my Periscope yesterday. I have a few things going on. Most important, well, not most importantly, these are all equally important. Today is the very last day to get the Wayward RE design. It's a convention exclusive, and I've only had it in the shop for 2 days, yesterday and today. And then as of midnight Central Time tonight, that's it until you go to a convention. Oh, Little Pop is asking me for my favorite Dean outfit. Oh my God. Only one? Can I pick 2? 3? Oh my God, 4. I have 4. Can I pick 4? Okay. All right. So my favorite Dean outfit, I think, in all of ever is Sheriff Dean, Cowboy Dean. Not the most recent Cowboy Dean, because I mean, well, yeah, that's just, that was also very hot. But I mean, like, from, what the hell was that episode called? The Posse Magnet one. I am drawing a blank. But then my other favorite ones are when he was LARPing the Real Girl, when he was dressed as the handmaiden. And then I also really enjoy watching him 1940s Dean when he was hunting with Elliot Ness. And then I also, Frontierland, thank you. Yeah, oh my God. I even had a piece called Frontierland and I couldn't remember the name. And then I also really enjoy FBI Dean. Okay, if I had to rank them, I think that is the rank. I think that is the order. So it would have to be Sheriff Dean from Frontierland. Then it would be the Handmaiden. And then it would be the Elliot Ness hunting version one. And then FBI Dean. Who would win in a fight, Dean or Han Solo? No, God. That's like picking your favorite kid. You don't have a favorite kid. You love them equally. You know what? I don't think they'd actually fight because they are so much alike. They would realize that in 2 seconds, and then they'd wind up going out and having a drink together. I think that's what they would wind up doing. And then getting into a brawl, and they'd be like a bar brawl, but they would be like at each other's backs. Like they'd be fighting, together. Like, yeah, the whole thing just went in my head. I have an entire fantasy now. That was fast. So someone cosplayed LARP Dean at NolaCon. Did I see that? I totally don't remember seeing that. Ah, that's epic. That's epic. I wish I'd seen that. I'll have to look for pictures. Okay, so while I'm waiting for other questions, I will give you more information. Okay. I have my website up over here, so I'm just going through my announcements here. Oh, I wanted to point out that the Wayward or redesign, there was a very specific reason why I did that design, and that was because when Kim and Brianna first did their very first pajama party, and that was in VegasCon early this year, they asked me to do a design that they would like to do as a giveaway at the pajama party. So I was very honored that they thought of me to do that, and that piece is approved. It's got the Kim and Brianna blessing, and they also have it, by the way. Okay, so let me go down here. Ordering deadlines for the holidays. So the ordering deadline for regular shipping has already passed. That was 11/27. Up through December 15th, if you want it shipped in time for the holidays, I'm talking about US only, for international to make it by the holidays, it's just not going to happen. But from now through the 15th of December, I can do it. It would be expedited, so you would have to pay an additional $10 charge for me to expedite this. And anything after December 15th, it's just, no, it's going to be a New Year's present or something. But, and I was thinking about this, I also do gift certificates, and the gift certificates can be digital too. So I can accept orders for those all the way up to Christmas Day, you know, and I could just email it to you. You know, so that's also something. And another thing that's also digital is a subscription. What are you most psyched for with Wayward? Oh my God. Well, first of all, you know, just the fact that they're being represented, that they have their own spinoff. I'm still reeling over that. And I really strongly believe in the messages that these women give us in the supernatural fandom. You know, the strength that they exude, and they're not afraid to be vulnerable either, which is a strength in itself. They aren't afraid to speak their minds, and they always give unique perspectives on everything. It's really, I have the utmost respect for them. So what I am hoping for Wayward is that it does them justice. I really hope it does them justice, that it shows not only that I want their characters to be very well-rounded, because, I mean, of course, you know, Jodie's been around for a while, and at this point, Donna's been around for a while as well, but we haven't seen all of the facets yet, and I'm hoping that their characters are going to be fleshed out even nicer, that there's a lot of opportunity for them to not only demonstrate how badass they are, but also to remind us that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not feel good, but remember all of the positive messages that they send too, because I think that's part of what their brand is all about, you know, and I look forward to seeing more of Alex and more of Claire, and now we have Patience and the other women, the other young ladies, and you know, I'm hoping Alice makes her way over there, as well as my goodness, I forgot her name. Athena. Duh. Okay, Athena. I want Athena to be a part of that. And if Athena isn't going to be a part of Wayward, at least keep her in the supernatural world, because Sam and Dean could always use a friend that's a mortician. Kaya, thank you. Yes. So what are you guys most psyched about for Wayward? I'd love to hear about that. Oh yeah, so while I'm waiting for more subscriptions. Okay, so my subscription service, if you go to eldwinsfantasy.com and you click on the subscription service, you can order subscriptions and you just pick which level you'd like, 1, 2, or 3. You can gift it to somebody else, and then I do all the work for you. So that's another good thing that you can do that is far less pressing in time. A very supernatural Christmas design goes away on December 24th. And I have a shitload of retiring designs. These are all going away forever on the 17th. So we've got the Crowley Choker. Dean Winchester killed Hitler. Thank you, Dean. The Hug. Mark Snark. Mr. Ketch's Cross to Bear. The Return of Mary Winchester. Rockefer. Spate the Con Artist Extraordinaire. And Nontamibo Mala. Those are all going away. If you are a subscriber already, you can get any one of those designs at a discount. If you're not a subscriber, you pay full price. Okay, so Lil Pop saying that she's excited that Kim and Brianna are pushing for inclusivity of stories that are less mainstream, and also the opportunity to explore more of the SPN universe. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Alphenik is here. Hi. Okay, and she's asking, are you going to do cons in Canada next year? That all depends on the exchange rate in Canada and whether or not I renew my passport. So if the exchange rate gets better, and I mean more than like, it's got to be better than 80 cents on the dollar, because I think it's been 70 cents or a little under that for the longest time. It just doesn't make sense financially to do it. And, you know, just so I've gotten a lot of questions about this recently, as a matter of fact. So let me explain what happens. So from a logistics standpoint, I would obviously convert my prices from US dollar to Canadian dollar, right? Because I'm in Canada now, of course. And the problem is, because the exchange, there's such a disparagement, there's such a huge, you know, gap, that it now makes my pieces that much more expensive in Canada. So my customers are not able to buy what they want to buy, or they're buying a lot less. And in turn, doing a Canadian convention is incredibly expensive as a vendor. I'm flying, number one. Let's talk, I'm not even talking about Toronto or Montreal, I'm talking Vancouver. Vancouver is probably the most expensive convention to do for me. Anyway, well, no, Hawaii. And that's why I did not do Hawaii. And now it looks like Birmingham, UK is topping Hawaii, which means I'm not going to that one either. But so for Vancouver, for example, you know, I have a flight, I have a table fee, and the table fee for Vancouver is a lot higher than a table fee for other venues, for other shows. So there are a lot of factors that are involved. So until the exchange rate in Canada moves more in our favor, I cannot do Canadian conventions, unfortunately. And Linda's here. Hi, baby. A Little Pop saying, I need to make pops, or Dean gives them all shirts that say my brother, or /son /best friend killed Hitler. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Dean killed Hitler, and we need to acknowledge that and appreciate it. You know? You know, and I always think of that scene between Dean and Gordon, where Gordon's telling Dean, like, say you're riding, and you know, and you've got little Hitler, you know, riding shotgun. What would you do? Well, we know what he would do. He already took care of it. Okay, so what else was I gonna? Oh, price increases. So Linda and Alfiniki, just so you know, in between questions, I'm just filling in the space with information from my website, so that you don't hear me ramble too much. Okay, so I now, and this is all on my website too, so don't think you have to remember everything or rewatch this video to get the information. Everything's on my website. It's on the homepage and additionally also on the announcements page, because I feel like why not being redundant? Because I have nothing else to do, right? But I just put it there anyway. Okay, so the following pieces are going to increase in price starting December 15th. This was an incredibly hard year, like really hard year, both with online sales as well as conventions not going as well as I had hoped. And I believe everybody's kind of feeling the squeeze here, and it hit particularly hard in my household too. As a result, I'm not raising all of my prices. Trust me, it's not. It's a select group of pieces that I've been making for quite some time. And these are fairly complex pieces to make. And I tried to keep the prices down as much as I could. But in light of the current state of affairs, the prices do need to go up on some of these, unfortunately. So I'll just give you a very quick rundown of which pieces are going up, and to get the prices of what they are now versus what they will be. That's also in my announcements and on my homepage. I'm just going to tell you the names of the pieces right now. So Baby's Badassery, and that includes the full size, mini size, and micro mini. The Bond of Team Free Will, Castiel's Dedication Ring, Castiel's Head Tilt. I'll just wait here then. Yes, I'm picking on cast pieces, you know. Will you be doing Misha's Give Back Cons? Linda's asking me. Cleveland and Indianapolis. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I intend on it. I can't wait, because I'm really interested to see how that's going to go. It'd be really intriguing to go to a con where Jensen and Jared are not going to be there and Misha's going to be the main headliner. I'm really excited about that. Not that I, you know, don't want to see Jensen and Jared. You know, I'll miss them. But I think that I love what Creation is doing. I really, really do. I'm very excited about it, actually. Will you be doing either of those, Linda? I hope. I hope. Okay, so then back to other designs. The prices are going to go up. Jensen's Rockin' Out, The Piercing Stare of Mr. Ketch, The Soul of Sam Winchester, and that also includes the full-size mini and micro mini. Oh, Linda, that's awesome. So Indiana is only 2.5 hours away from you. Then you have no excuse. You're going to come see me. You're going to come see me. You're going to come see me. I'm going to haunt you till it happens. To the End. Yes, another cast piece. That's going up. The Women of Supernatural, Family Don't End with Blood. This was a piece that I'm really super proud of. It was a piece that Lynn of Fangasm had asked me to design, and this was inspired by the chapters written by the women in her Family Don't End with Blood book. So it was inspired by Rachel Meyer, by Kim Rhodes, by Brianna Buckmaster, and by Ruth Connell. Just amazing stories, absolutely amazing, moving stories. And my video wouldn't be complete without my video bomber.
David wants you.
My son's on the phone. I'm in the middle of a live stream, honey. I'm doing a live stream right now on YouTube. Can I put you on speaker? Is there a problem? You're not on speaker. What? Yeah. Okay then. Oh, we for real? Okay. I love you. Bye. That was my oldest. He just told me a fucked up story. He didn't want to broadcast, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So all of you know that if my father's watching this right now, I apologize profusely, Dad, but your former wife There's really nothing lost there between us. She passed away almost 2 years ago. Anyway, that was my son calling to tell me that he called her cell phone. Of course, didn't get an answer, hung up, and then somebody called back, and he said he nearly shit himself. And I don't understand why he was calling that cell phone in the first place. Anyhow, that was nice and morbid. Apparently, they reassigned the phone number. Nothing paranormal there, nothing supernatural there. Raven just left the building, by the way, Alfini Q, but she'll be back, I guarantee it. Linda is saying, I can drive there cheaply enough without J2. The prices are lower. Hopefully I can find someone to share a hotel with. Anybody out there that needs a roomie for Indianapolis? Linda rocks and she rolls. Share a room. Share the love. Share the expenses. What else? Just a few more pieces of things that are going up in prices because, you know, I just know you guys love hearing great news like this. Okay, so you're my family. I love you. I love all of you. Yes, it's another cast piece. Sue me. Fight the French Mistake. So all of my mashups. Fight the French Mistake. Rowena's rocking out. So Fight the French Mistake is a mashup of Fight the Fairies and the French Mistake. Rowena's Rockin' Out is a combination of Rowena's Fall and Jensen's Rockin' Out. And The Soul of Castiel's Grace is a combination of The Soul of Sam Winchester and Castiel's Grace. And then lastly, Phoenix's Chainmail Necklace. Now, Phoenix's Chainmail is, they're the only pieces that I sell in my shop and on my table that are not mine. I did not make those. My son Phoenix made them. Here she is. Come on over, Rover. Alfini Q said hi.
When she said
As soon as you walked in, see, she said, "Hey,
okay.
Raven."
Hi.
Okay, and Waddles is asking me, will I be at PitCon? Yes, I will. I will be at every single U.S. show.
Except for Canada and probably Hawaii.
I can't do Hawaii. I cannot do Canada. And
Why can't do all of them?
Because they're expensive. They're too expensive. What are you looking at? So, so all these people are saying hi to Raven, yo photo bomber, my little photo bomber, video bomber. So Raven,
yeah.
Sheriff Donna and Sheriff Jody are getting their own TV show.
Really?
And it's going to be called Wayward.
Wayward.
And what do you think about that?
Cool.
Yeah. Who do you have a favorite episode with Sheriff Jody or Sheriff Donna?
I don't know them. Like of the episode.
Well, no. What's your favorite? Okay, what's your favorite thing about Sheriff Jody?
She has her name.
She has my name.
She's
I
cool.
love that answer. She is cool. How about Sheriff Donna?
Really nice. Pretty.
Yeah. Do you think that they are strong women, or do you think that they're weak women?
Strong.
Strong. Why do you? They're brave, right?
Girl power.
Girl power. Check out her shirt, by the way. Wonder Woman. So, what do you want to talk about? I'm waiting for questions. Ask me questions!
Overwatch?
Overwatch? Anybody out there play Overwatch? She's addicted to Overwatch.
On Xbox One. If you want to know my username on Xbox One, I could probably be friends with you.
What's your username? Sizable Wings?
7.
Sizable Wings and the number 7.
Yes.
Uncle Sam gave me a $12 a month raise, and my rent went up to $15 a month, so I'm staying at status quo. That sucks.
What is that?
You know, that Linda got a raise, but her rent went up more than what her raise was.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
When?
When did you make your first piece of jewelry?
2008?
No.
Wait,
I was a little girl.
Oh, no, sorry about that.
Don't answer! Don't answer! No, I started making jewelry when I was little. What I would do is, you know, if people gave me jewelry or like a keychain or something, I would take it apart and I would make something else out of it. Oh, and what inspired it? Well, I kind of just wanted to, when I first started doing it when I was younger, I just wanted to make something different.
Well, your dream actually came true.
My dream came true. I didn't want to make something that everybody else had. And that got stronger and stronger as I got older. By the time I was in high school, I was just creating like ridiculous things. Like I would buy like ornaments, like Halloween ornaments, and make earrings out of them. Yeah, like I had a skeleton that was like down to here.
How about lunatic?
What lunatic?
Your stepmom.
Okay, can we not talk about that? Please? Holy crap. And then I studied art in college, but I didn't really focus on jewelry. I studied painting and stuff. You're interrupting everything I'm saying, woman.
Sorry.
What?
Tell them my grades.
Raven's getting straight A's, basically, in everything. And she's worked her butt off.
I got 107 on... Wait, it's right here, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, we're going to do a quick overview of Raven's grades lately.
This is about solar system.
Okay, so on the solar system, she got a 107, which is an A+. I think there was another grade over here too, wasn't there? Or is this all good? Right, oh, now there's a 100 over here. Oh, that's on your study guide. Yeah. She got a 100 on her study guide.
Can you show them the answers that I got?
No, Raven, not now. Let's just go over the...
Can you do it later? Like, what?
Not now. I'm hiding my face because I'm making a... at her. Right. Let me answer their questions. Oh, okay. So 97, which is an A. Look. And yeah, look at all these good ones. And then 100, which is an A. So she's been working her butt off.
When probably tomorrow when you interview me.
Oh, she thinks she's having an interview tomorrow. She's so funny.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you these.
Okay, I'll interview tomorrow, but you gotta let me finish my Q&A tonight. Like,
okay.
If you're not gonna let me finish, I'm gonna kick you on your butt. All right. So what inspired? The first time I sat down and actually did a piece that was inspired in a fandom kind of way was the supernatural designs. And the very first supernatural design I ever made was Castiel's Grace, and I still make that one today. And that one I made over 5 years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, and it's still going strong today. It's still one of my best-selling pieces, and Misha has it, and I'm honored by that. And then, you know, getting so inspired by the characters and by their stories and by their quotes and everything, you know, it really got me into looking in other fandoms, you know. So I started to explore doing Star Wars. I started to explore Once Upon a Time and The Walking Dead and you know, most currently Stranger Things and Wonder Woman and things like that. So it's really evolved for me into a whole other world, and I really am happy with that. Linda's asking me about wire wrapping. Well, you know, it's really funny because I've always wanted to learn wire wrapping, but I have this huge personality flaw, believe it or not. I mean, one of my many personality flaws is I really don't like being told what to do, so I'm an awful student. I truly am. And ironically, I used to teach. But I always felt wire calling to me. Always. And I would play with it, and then I'd get a little frustrated and then back off. And, you know, come the age of the internet where, you know, everything's accessible via YouTube videos or, you know, just Googling something, I refused to do any of that for several reasons. Number one, I don't like being told what to do. it's almost psychotic. No, seriously though, I wanted something that felt like me. And by me watching somebody else's YouTube video or by me reading somebody else's book or what have you, I'm emulating their style. And I really wanted to create my own style. And the only way that was going to happen is if I went out and I got my supplies and I sat down and I just figured this shit out on my own. And that's exactly what I did. And it took me years. It took me years to develop the style that I have. And yeah. I first started doing it seriously back in like 2007, maybe 2006, 2007 is when I really started to get serious about wire wrapping. And before that, I dabbled in other things, and I even tried making my own beads at one point, you know, sculpting and oh, and Buck Rogers. Yes, Janet, Buck Rogers.
Wait, Janet's here?
Janet's here.
Hi, Janet.
Of course, I designed two. Oh my God. You see, I can't think. My brain is full of, you know, like holes like Swiss cheese. See?
What? I heard that you had a lot of snow. Is that true?
She did. She had a lot of snow.
Hi.
Yeah, so Janet and her husband, some guy named Gil Gerard, I don't know if you've heard. They asked me to do a design for two designs.
Bye-bye.
For DragonCon because Gil runs. I'm playing with my necklace. I'm sorry. Gil runs the match game at DragonCon, and they give away prizes. So I had done a dress uniform inspired piece and a his traditional white uniform inspired piece. So it's really cool, and I'm really, really excited about those. Linda says, I think I've heard of him. You've heard of him. He's silly. Everybody's so silly. And Linda also mentioned most crafters have some medium or technique that speaks to them, and that's very true. That's very true, because like any other thing that I tried doing, you know, I've tried doing just simple beading. I just really, you know, oversimplified beading by saying simply beading. It's not easy by a long shot. That while I was creating something, it wasn't satisfying enough to me. I prefer something where I'm actually like, you know, like more like a sculpting kind of technique. So wire wrapping seemed to be the best way to satisfy that. Little Bob saying Buck Rogers used that, and Little Bob made several pops for them as well. And Janet said my stuff got picked right away as prizes. I'm so excited about that.
Janet, it's so awesome. I hope you heard that.
Oh, Raven wants to know if Janet heard that. She said so awesome. We miss you.
Me too.
We have to drive over there and have a snowball fight.
I love snow.
Snow. See, now Linda knits. Now, I tried to teach myself how to crochet.
Crochet?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's what Mishi does. You know how she makes the hats for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But is it the tip of the hat, like the pom-pom looking?
No, that's Anna Marie that makes those. And those are crocheted too. I threw all of my stuff out. I was so frustrated. It's just not my thing. I have the most utmost respect for everybody who knows how to knit and crochet. Oh, Lil Pop's asking, she says, I'm always fascinated by how you pick your colors for the characters. Is it just a feeling? 7 inches of snow, Janet? Damn, I'm jealous.
So jealous.
I am. Okay, so for colors, for the characters, you know, it's funny because I've actually gotten into arguments with people over this. Now these, the colors I chose, they're very deliberate, and yes, I understand that Dean Winchester has green eyes, that is not why I chose green for his color. Because if by that logic, then Sam would have white eyes. You know, it doesn't work that way. To me, green is a color that exudes protection and ferocity and passion. It's just an earthy color. And those qualities of his are green to me. And that's why I chose green for Dean. Sam, while he's equally all of those things like Dean, but Sam has more, his feelings are more transparent. He's pure in heart, I think, than Dean is. So that's why I choose white or clear to represent Sam. And in some cases, silver also. For Castiel, it is more basic for Castiel. His grace is blue, and that's his essence. That's him. So I use blue for him. And for Jack, when I first did my very first Jack piece, which was at the end of last season, because we didn't know, we didn't know him. He wasn't born yet.
Who?
Jack, Lucifer's son. I initially started doing him with black because I didn't know what to expect. We didn't. We only knew that, it could go either way. It was a 50-50 shot. And to me, black doesn't mean negative. It just means, to me, black is unknown, right? And now here we are, and, Jack's character has developed beautifully, and we know that he is this genuine.
What's joy in it?
Genuine. He's honest, and he's true, and he's a good person. And, but he's scared and confused.
Wait, who character again?
Jack, Lucifer's son.
I feel so bad for Jack because he doesn't know how to control.
He's learning. So anyway, yes, his eyes glow with that golden color.
I really like that.
I do too. And yes, the color, I do use those colors now for him. Partly because of his eyes, because that's very telling for him. When that happens, that's what's going on in his head, that he's got that nervous, unsure, uncertain, and he's reaching out.
Feels like you're so serious.
What?
Feels like you're so serious.
I am never serious.
Yes, you are.
I'm never serious. You kidding me?
Yes, you're serious.
Let me see. It's still snowing. Holy shit.
No. Wait. Did your power go out? Because I heard that it was going out.
No, because if Janet didn't have power, she wouldn't be able to be messaging. She wouldn't be able to watch. Okay. So, and Little Pop said, it's like the death card in the tarot. It doesn't mean death. It means change. Exactly. And she wrote, "He is my sweet nougat son."
What?
Little Papa always calls Jack her nougat son because he likes nougat and she loves him. Nougat, it's like, okay, like a Three Musketeers bar or a Milky Way bar.
Yeah.
That fluffy stuff inside.
Yeah.
That's nougat.
Oh,
and there was an episode where Jack was eating candy. He was eating one. He's like, "I like nougat," and I wanted to do an I like nougat piece, but I just didn't have a chance. And Janet says my color choices so perfectly portray the characters. Thank you. What? Oh, she said that she was watching Blade Runner 2049 and the power went out. I still haven't seen Blade Runner 2049 because I was in the middle of doing like 10,000 frigging back-to-back useless shows. Well, 2 of them were useless. Not all of them. But in October, Janet and I did a really great show together. We did Fanboy Expo together, and that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. And I just have 2 words. Actually 3. Marky fucking Ramone. Yes. Marky fucking Ramone. Okay. So then.
The drum set thingy?
Yeah, he gave me a drum head. A signed drum head. And that was like, yeah. And then the following week, I think it was, I was in the middle of, I have no fucking idea, Kentucky. And Raven's totally used to hearing me talk like this, by the way. What? So this is like, yeah, I'm cursing my head off, but you're like totally used to it. And that was like the worst show. Well, actually, one of the worst shows now, because the show that was after that was worse than this one. It was supposed to be, it was, you know, looking back, it's funny, but not funny. You know, it was a 10-hour round trip. I had to stay in a motel. I wound up getting that comped by the person funding the convention because it was a nightmare, and all of the vendors were lied to. Each of us was told that a different number of attendees were showing up. I was told 4,000. Somebody else was told 10,000. Somebody was told 17,000, and we were told there was going to be news coverage. If we had 100 attendees, we were lucky, and I'm not kidding you. Eric Roberts was our headliner, and the promoter. You know how the promoter is supposed to, you know, provide the actors with all of the stuff that they need to do their autographs and stuff like that. He printed out Eric Roberts' photos on an inkjet printer on regular copy paper like this. It was hilarious. And then he went around on the last day of the con and told all of the actors that he couldn't pay them. Yeah. So anyway, and that's why I couldn't watch Blade Runner 2049 because I was busy. Why? Because I was busy doing that stupidity. Anyway, Wiles has a really good question. When did you decide to start selling your jewelry and your fandom-inspired jewelry? I started selling my jewelry, I want to say, back in 2007. I started doing like little art shows and flea markets, and then and then I started doing galleries. I
love galleries. So cool.
Right?
I miss your friends.
I started showing my work in galleries in Hoboken and in Jersey City.
Did everyone like it?
Yeah, it was fun. I just didn't
I used to do art.
And I used to paint. And sell my paintings too.
I love it.
Thank you, honey. It's just the gallery scene is not my scene. I found it to be incredibly, and I'm not saying that the art scene in general is like this. My experience with the art scene is, it was very pretentious, and it was like dealing with children. I tried curating a few shows, and it was, why'd she get that wall? The light's better over here. You don't like me. I'm like, and that's the way it was from an exhibitor's point of view too. You know, you go and you do a show, and it was like,
did you learn money?
What?
Did you learn money from working there?
I got money when I sold my work.
Oh, okay. How much was it then?
I don't know. Raven, I'm not talking about that.
I'm so curious, you know.
But that's when I first started to sell my jewelry. And then back in 2007 or 2008, my cousin was talking to me about Leslie. Oh. She said, you should try Etsy. You should really try Etsy and see if you can sell your work on Etsy. I have a funny story about that, actually. It's really, really funny. So I opened my shop on Etsy back in 2008, and for months, I would get excited if I had one person view my shop. I would check my views like every other hour. Oh my God, somebody else looked. Oh my God, somebody else looked. And I would be so excited about that. But I went for months without a single sale, nothing. So then one day, I get a custom order request. I'm like, oh, wow, I've never had a sale, but somebody wants me to custom design something for them. Okay. So it was for this bracelet set for a boyfriend was getting for himself and for his girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, that's such a nice idea. So I did it. And then about a year ago, so now we're talking, this is 2008. Okay, so now here we are in 2017, and I just found out several months ago that was my oldest son, David, pretending to be somebody else because he felt bad that I had no sales. So he did that. Oh my God.
What happened?
David pretended to be someone else to buy something out of my shop so that I wouldn't feel bad.
That's nice of him, but he just wasted his money.
Oh yeah, Janet, that was so much fun in Fanboy Expo, and Little Pop's threatening to take her Deckard pop apart. No, you're not. No, you're not. You don't do that.
Look. What?
Okay, and Linda, oh, and fandom inspired jewelry. Okay, so back in 2013, early 2013 is when I discovered Supernatural. And I had gotten my husband into it, believe it or not. And he's still into it. He just doesn't want to admit it. And, you know, so he got into it, and he starts looking things up online about it. And he said, oh, my God, Raven, stop it.
Sorry.
Papa, he said, oh, my God, there's a convention for Supernatural. I said, that's weird. The show's still on the air, and there's a convention for it. I had no idea. And it's so funny because we had been going to creation conventions for years for the Star Trek shows, right? But I never made the connection. So anyway, so I applied to be a vendor at New Jersey Con in 2013, and I was approved, and that was my first convention. And I actually, it went really well, and Misha even came up to my table. Oh my God, you know. And that's the picture that's on my Facebook page, my business Facebook page. It's just crazy. That was like a moment. I'm standing there like, are you kidding me? He's just like walking around here. It's okay that he's just walking around here. And you know, so I decided after doing New Jersey Con that I needed to do more. My business was not healthy yet by any means to do it full time. So I did still have to, you know, teach and stuff while I was building my business. And now thankfully I'm able to do it full time, and I'm very grateful for that. Very, very grateful for that. And Linda was saying shows out of your usual sphere usually are best. We had the same thing with yarn shows. Yeah, exactly. It's hard because you don't know, and you know, especially when you step out, like you said, out of your sphere, right? So when you step out of your comfort zone, it was very unusual for me to do a show outside of a Supernatural show. So I did not know what to expect, and I didn't know, like at a Supernatural show, you know that if you're selling Supernatural things, your stuff's going to a specific audience, and your chances of selling are a little bit better than going elsewhere. You know, and for me, this was a show that was a horror show. It was literally and figuratively a horror show. It was called Horror at the Plex, and you know, my stuff was not quite horror related. I mean, I did have the Walking Dead stuff there, but you know, Supernatural has horror aspects to it too.
I love horror.
I know you do. Raven is hilarious. If we go to the bookstore, do you know what magazine she pulls out and reads? Fangoria.
Wait, I do?
Yeah, remember when you would take out Fangoria, that magazine with all the monsters and the blood and stuff?
Oh
yeah.
I remember. I still loved it. Yeah,
me too. And Little Pop saying that she loves cons that are smaller and intimate, and that's why she loves creation cons. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I'm the kind of person that, you know, if I'm going to a concert, I'd rather go to a concert in a dingy little club than a big stadium. You know, the best concerts I've ever seen were in these little dingy clubs, you know. And we are coming up on trivia time. Trivia time. And you can't answer this.
I'm watching Wayward and listening at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
I never judge you. Okay. So the winner of this trivia question will receive Team Free Will 2.0.
Ooh, trivia.
The question is, all right, Alice, also known as Smash. I absolutely adore her, and I really want her on Wayward. What were Dean's last words to her?
Who?
Dean's last words to Smash.
I don't know that.
What they were. The first person to write that. And you cannot play if you've won something from me in the past 6 months, because we have to give somebody else a chance to win. So the first person, what?
No, you go.
All right, so the first person to get that right will win this.
No cheating.
No cheating. And if you won from me in the past 6 months, you can't win again. Yes.
Stay weird to who?
Who wrote Stay Weird? Alfina, you won!
Huh?
That was what Dean said to Alice.
Who's Alice?
Smash. We need to have a talk. Go sit.
No.
Okay. Can I still put my email in here? Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm putting my email address here. And you have to email me your address so that I can send you your prize. You won!
But I didn't know one of those customers does not have your email.
What?
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 Kid
needs to be educated.
That's me! I don't know if you mean it.
It's okay. She missed the last 2 episodes. But I'm good. As a mother, I know I've failed her. And I will make it up to her. Right?
I don't know if she means it.
Raven, she's joking.
Good.
Sam or Dean?
What?
Who's your favorite, Sam or Dean? You know. Do I need to tell the story? Do I need to tell the story?
Go.
Okay, I'm going to tell the story. All right, so when she first became a fan, she was a gigantic Sam fan.
I was? I remember being a fan of Sam, but I don't remember.
Okay, do you remember this? Okay, so we're in New Jersey, and I'm playing with her phone right now. What is on here?
Overwatch?
Okay, so we're in New Jersey, my first con in New Jersey, and Raven gets a photo op with Jensen and Jared.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, she knows where I'm going. So Jared picks her up, holds her up, and Jensen looks up and says, "Let's see how tall you'll never be." And
I don't remember saying that.
And you know, we take the picture, and she's got this beautiful smile on her face. I can pull up the picture, actually. I'm going to pull up the picture because I need to embarrass her right now. All right, let's find it. Hold on. It's worth it. It's so worth it. And where is it? My glasses are foggy. I did not feel like putting in my lenses today.
Why? Oh, is it because hurt your eyes?
My eyes were killing me today.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the picture. Right? I don't know how well you can see it. But all right, so look at the smile on her face. Like, I'm gonna blow this up so you can see. Look at that face. Look how happy she is. She's like, oh, you know, Sam's holding me. And then, you know, we go back to my table, and like within 2 seconds of being back at the table, she bursts out crying, like sobbing, like, like, oh my God, what, did Jared pinch you? What happened? And she's like, I'm so happy, Mommy. And she was really, really happy. It was very sweet. And then I don't know when did it change?
Change? What do you mean change?
Like, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember how it happened. All I remember is you telling me that Dean was your favorite.
Oh, yeah.
When did that change?
I don't know.
Why is he your favorite now?
I don't know.
You want to fight? You want to fight?
No.
You want to fight?
No.
She doesn't want to fight.
Help me, guys. She's being crazy to me.
Okay, so if you were stranded on an island.
No.
She will do my stranded island question.
Alright, if I was alone on that island, which isn't gonna be in Hawaii because it looks pretty, or Japan, I would have sushi for life, and drinks and sightings are gonna be Doritos and Mountain Dew as Diva, and I'll be deal with it like that.
Mountain Dew and sushi and Doritos.
I have a cough.
You do not.
Yes, my throat's itching.
Oh, well then go get some water.
No.
Okay, so we are almost out of time. Almost out of time. So with that, does anybody else have any questions?
Yes, about supernatural or real life.
Supernatural is real life. What are you talking about?
No.
It's all real.
No,
All of
it's
it.
not true. It's a TV show. And they're reality.
Do you hear this?
What?
She said that it's a TV show.
Why?
I'm joking. There's some people who don't understand that.
Really?
We're not going to go there today.
No offense, but I think people who don't understand this kind of...
Nope. We're going to turn that filter back on. Yes, we are. How dare. Did the dinosaur surprise you? Oh
Yes!
my God.
With
Yeah.
dinosaurs, what?
I told you last night, the mid-season finale, Sam and Dean are in a giant dinosaur footprint.
Oh.
Well,
How
here.
dare!
Okay, so here's this. Don't interrupt. Here's what you know is going to happen. You know that Dean is going to be eating Jell-O.
Yeah.
You know that, right? He's going to be eating Jell-O, and he's going to make a Jurassic Park joke because it's going to start going.
Okay.
You know that's going to happen. I'm waiting for, you know. I'm very surprised. I was very surprised by that. How did you guys feel about that?
I didn't see it, so yeah.
I failed her. I totally failed her.
Am I hyper, Mom?
Yes.
Am I always hyper?
Yes. They dropped the Jurassic World trailer on the same night. Are you shitting me? Oh my! So there's a new Jurassic World movie coming out, and the trailer for it came out yesterday, the same time that Supernatural had their.
So is this a coincidence or something?
It's got to be, but immediately thought the writers were taking some of Jack's cocaine. I like that.
I don't get it.
That was funny.
I don't get it.
I'm glad.
Why?
Because it's a grown-up thing.
Then why are you talking in front of me?
Because this is a grown-up show that you happen to walk into, woman.
No.
Yes.
It can't be for kids because I already seen kids watching it.
Like who? What kids watch my show?
No, not this show. The Supernatural.
Oh, yeah. Well, this show is not a kid's show because we have potty mouths. What? Code for nougat. Yes! Ow! Jensen gave us a hint at one of the cons when he answered a question with dinosaur is a good monster. Oh, you see.
I don't get it.
I don't get to watch the panels. I'm too busy
working,
listening to my echoes in the vendor's room because everybody's watching the panels. I
know you get it.
So somebody asked Jensen what a good monster would be, and he said dinosaur, but no one knew that they were actually going to have a dinosaur on the show. He was being a tease.
Tease? What do you mean by tease? Not the food cheese.
No,
cheese.
Not cheese.
I know. That will work.
Yeah. Okay. And we didn't believe him because we thought he was just being a little shit.
How rude of you. Oh. Ow. Ow.
Okay. And on that note, congratulations again to Alfini Q for winning this necklace that I've been playing with for the past hour. Is it bedtime yet? No, it's Friday.
Friday!
It's Friday.
If there was a 13th
it's
on December, then Friday the 13th. Goku!
Goku. I get no respect. Go sit down now. Say goodbye to everybody.
Me?
Yes, say goodbye.
Only if the show ends.
The show is over.
Oh, bye-bye.
I'm trying to say goodbye and you keep interrupting. Say so long. Farewell.
Bye-bye. I'll miss you guys. Well, I haven't met you in person.
Okay, well, thank you all for watching, and thank you for your awesome questions. They were a lot of fun to answer.
Tomorrow we might have an interview about me.
We'll see about that. I don't know. Bye, Janet. Bye,
Bye, Janet.
Bye, Lil Pop.
But it's not even 8.
Bye, Waddles. I feel like this is the end of the magic Magic Garden, and I see you, and I see, and they never said my name. It was really devastating. All right, and
Bye-bye, guys.
everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank
Happy
you for
Christmas.
watching.
Happy
Christmas. If you're in the UK, you say Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Wait, are you in UK, guys? I don't know, but if you are, then Happy Christmas.
I'm gonna put you all out of your misery. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.